Hey, welcome to the video. In today's video, I want to quickly walk you through a new tool called Nextify AI. Now, this company or this tool is an AI video generator that lets you make custom ads with like a single prompt. So let's quickly look at the website and then I'm going to show you how I made this ad.
Love is in the air. Limited Red Heart cups with straw. Only 50. One day only. February 13th. Be there early before they're gone.
Okay, so the ad you just saw was a real ad for some friends of mine that own a coffee shop. But I want to quickly just kind of walk you through the website. So when you first get here, this is what it looks like. This is the home page basically, and you've got some examples of different ads that you can make here. Some of them are kind of funny.
Hey there.
You won't believe
voices.
This. I went to Taylor's
See, talking actors, AI winning ads, product hand demos, and we're about to go through all this, but you get the idea. But if we go to templates here, you see they've got these tabs on the top. So they've got AI winning ads. Those are these that, basically a couple different variations. Some are products, some are people in with the products, holding the products. Typical things you would see on like Reels and stuff like that. Some of them are just for, I thought that was two different videos. It's kind of weird. They have them like paired together like that. I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, you get the idea. And then ad generator, let's see. Video ad generator. Now here's the thing too, guys. If you're in the West, like in America, this is a Chinese company from what I can tell. And sometimes there's a little bit of a cultural, not just language, but cultural barrier. So some of the things that are in here are not necessarily like relevant to where I live or the stuff we think is like an ad, but it could be in India, it could be in Europe somewhere. So just take that how it is. Like if you are in India, then you're going to be like, oh, this is perfect. Like this makes sense. This is the kind of ad we're used to seeing. In America, there's a lot of these that are just like, we're never going to use these templates. But you've got talking actors. These are like pre-made actors, and you can make your own. So we're going to get into that here in a second. But these are like pre-made people. We'll look at a few.
Is this 1-star review killing?
Stop scrolling. Best free AI.
You're not losing money because you're bad at
950,000.
So you get the idea. They've got some pre-made actors and actresses, and I actually used one of them, but we're going to get into that. So product in hand. This is to me one of the most valuable parts of the tool. If you have a physical product you're selling, this could be really handy, and that's what we used in that ad because they're selling a heart-shaped cup. But some of these look really good. I think this one looks good.
This cute little horse keychain lets you carry joy everywhere.
Some of the AI voices are a little suspect. This is the one I ended up going with.
Not just a keychain, but a tiny dose of happiness. Soft, adorable, and comforting. One look and you'll fall for it.
And I'm going to show you my workflow. It actually extends outside of this software because it just feels a little limited to me, and because I use a lot of different softwares. I didn't just use their software. Then you've got B-roll showcase. This is just mainly where just the product is in the shot. Unboxing, I could see this being pretty cool if you have something that you ship to people. You could do an unboxing, and maybe we'll do an unboxing video. App showcase actually seems pretty cool, where if you're selling an app or a SaaS, you could have one of your influencers, AI influencers, talking about that. And then gestures, I don't really know what this is because there's no audio in these, and it's just maybe you could put a script to these. So if I go to clone ad, yeah, there's just a prompt. There's no place for a script. So I guess like this one where she's kind of laughing and putting her head down, maybe you're just pairing that with a pre-existing video. I'm not sure. And sorry guys about my white balance. It's like way off today. I normally set it to auto and it's just not working. So you just have to deal with my purple face for this video. But let's get into how I made my video. So I did this product in hand. And I really like this chick. I thought she looked natural.
But a tiny dose of happiness. Soft, adorable, and comforting. One look and you'll fall for it.
And for me, because it's for a coffee shop, that looked like almost like a bookstore coffee shop in the background. So that's why I went with that. But what I actually did was, if you click this, you can go to clone ad.
Not just a keychain.
We're going to pause that and mute it so we don't have to listen to her right now. And as you can see, the scene over here is prompted in Mandarin or some kind of Chinese. And then the script is in English. But I use a combination of softwares all the time, basically. So ChatGPT first and foremost, like that's what I use to generate my prompts and things like that. I am using FreePick in this a little bit because I really like FreePick and I'm able to do some workarounds inside of FreePick. And then I'm using Music Creator AI or Suno for the music of the ad. But whenever I saw this, I was like, okay, this chick will be perfect. What I did was I actually took a screenshot of her. Okay. Then I came into FreePick, and you can do this in NanoBanana for free. But I use NanoBanana to basically combine my image of my product and that girl. So as you can see, there she is. And I just made an image. I just wanted something to start with. And then I took that image and I uploaded it into Nextify as a character, basically. You can go here and go to upload image. I'll delete the current one and I can go to upload image. And as you can see, I uploaded my image and it came up with these 3 images here. It wouldn't let me use my image. It uses my reference image to create an image. Totally fine because, these came out pretty good and I ended up going with this first one. But that's just a workaround to get like the exact character and image you want. And I did have intentions to cut the background out using Premiere. So there's another tool we're going to use. And so I didn't really, it didn't matter to me that much as long as it still looked like her and the cup was the main thing. The cup was the thing I really needed to be intact. So once I have my character, it shows up here. Select and use this character. There's my character. Over here, I use ChatGPT and I have a whole thread for this project, but I actually fed it the Facebook post that my friend Savannah did for the product itself to kind of give me some ideas on scripts and things. And this just made it more authentic and something she can actually use. And I'm going to send it to her. But basically, I said, hey, look at this screenshot of this Facebook post on this promo that my friends are doing and create a script for it. And our town is called Lucedale, Lucedale, but it never pronounces it right. So in the script, I actually have to write loose, Loose, Dale, Lucedale. That's some workarounds with like AI audio. You'll find that certain words won't be pronounced correctly, especially if they're really specific. And you just have to spell it like it's pronounced, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I generated my script and it generated my scene because they do have an option for scene here. So my script is placed here. I'm not going to redo it at the moment, and then my scene is placed here and I click generate. And after about, I'd say less than 5 minutes, I had this and we can listen to this. I'll say we can listen to it.
Faceted red heart cups with straw, only 50, one day only, February. Love is in the air. Limited faceted red heart cups with straw, only 50, one day only, February 13th. Be there early before they're gone.
And for some reason it put the word faceted. So I just cut that out in Premiere, but you might have that issue where it throws in kind of weird words. And then I did this one of myself yesterday just to create a character. And it's so funny. Like, I guess you need to tell it what accent you want, but this is what it came up with.
Welcome. Results matter. Nextify helps you execute your strategy with professional precision.
Now, that definitely looks like me, and it's definitely the movement and all that's really good. It's just the accent, like it's clearly an Indian accent, so not going to work for anything I need. But it was just kind of a funny quirk. And I do think, probably a lot of people overseas are using this. So if it's geared towards that in a way, that's totally fine. Because as you can see, there are workarounds to get it the way you want it to look. But I downloaded that video, okay? The next thing I did was I brought it over here into Premiere. And you can see here's the final ad.
Love is in the air. Limited red heart cups with straw, only 50, one day only, February 13th. Be there early before they're gone.
Super short. It's only 7.5 seconds basically. But I will show you from scratch how I turn that video into this. One note is I did do an extra little B-roll clip inside of FreePick using Kling01. And I basically uploaded those images of my product. I told it to put it in a nice warm coffee shop setting. I didn't really like that one. The jagged edges on the disco tumbler didn't really come out, but this one did pretty good. And then I used Kling01 and I use NanoBanana for all image prompting. You want that starting image, and I thought that turned out pretty good, and that's what you see in the final video here. But if we were just doing this from scratch, and we'll do it really quickly, this is a rough, but here's the video. We're going to right click and we're going to go new sequence from clip. And I'm not going to take out the words here, but I did take out the word faceted. But for this,
Limited
we're not going to do
faceted
that. And I'm in Premiere Pro Beta because you have this new tool called, I think it's called Magic Mask. I've been calling it Object Mask Tool. So you can click her, right? And we also want the cup, so I'm going to click that. And I also want this little piece of the straw. Like I want it all. And then if I go to effects controls and click that clip, I can go to the object mask, unassigned masks, and there's these little arrows. This is track select mask forward and backward. So you see I'm in the middle of the clip, but if I press it, it's going to track it forward, and this won't take long at all, so we'll do that. And as you can see, it's grabbing everything pretty darn well, and then it's going to track it backwards. Now, that's not the last step. Like you've got all that data there, mask, but you need to drag it down here to the opacity layer, and that's what will give you this.
Love is in the air. Limited faceted red heart cups with straw. Only.
And you can go in and fine tune this with the feathering and stuff like that. Like I would probably feather it just a little bit just to soften her edges. And then take her to layer 2. And then I generated, this was a real photo that was taken a few months ago or a year ago when it snowed at the coffee shop. And I basically put that into Kling and said, hey, make a video version of this, but I don't want the building to change. I just need light slow falling with a little bit of camera movement. So I'll take and drag that underneath her. And I think that looks pretty good so far. You can see how fast this is going. I did mute her just so you know, so we're not having to listen to the ad over and over. But there's that. And then we're going to come in here and get our little video of the cup. And we're just going to, we don't want it on the whole video. We want to see her for a second. And then it cuts in the cup. And then maybe right there we cut back to her. Again, I'm not hearing the audio. You'll have to decide where you want to cut these things in and out, or if you even want to do this. I'm going a little bit above and beyond. And then the last thing on this video is generating those captions. So in Premiere, you can go to text. Okay. And you can go to transcript. No dialogue found. There's our dialogue. And you can go to captions and create transcript. Create. And as you can see, it added words. Now, you can go look up other videos on how to actually edit those words and make them look how you want them and place them the right way. But that's just a really quick way to just add in captions. And it uses AI to listen to the script and actually add them in correctly. It does a pretty good job. I did have to go through and correct a few words that it wasn't really picking up on. But that's okay. And the very last thing that I'll show you in terms of like assets that we needed is I went to Music Creator AI, but you can use Suno, and I gave it a prompt to give me a fun, cheery, uplifting Valentine's Day video or a song, and this is what it gave me.
Love is in the air. Limited red heart cups.
Sounds good enough to me.
50, 1 day only, February 13th. Be there early.
But yeah, that pretty much finishes out the video. Now I know I didn't just plug in a prompt into Nextify and make a video. But with AI, guys, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know I'm a stickler for using AI as a tool. There's really, maybe it's coming, and I know it is coming, but for now, and I want it this way, AI is just a tool. Like, you use little pieces of it here and there to combine things in order to make a final product. So maybe somebody will have some luck with this software in terms of using it as a one-stop shop. But for me, this is more of a tool that I'm going to go back to create certain things. This unboxing one actually looks really interesting because the coffee shop does ship items. And so I could see maybe it would do pretty well unboxing, and we'll make another video on that. But go over to Nextify. You can get, I think it's 20 free credits to start, which for this, I didn't use all those credits, so I still have some more to use. But go check out Nextify AI, and if you want, you can click the link down in the description to purchase that, and I do get a little commission off of that. It's not a lot, but it is a way to support the channel if you want to do that. And it is using Sora 2 apparently. I was wondering what it was actually using. It's showing VO 3.1 and Sora 2, so that's very interesting. And a lot of these ads look awesome. So definitely give them a shout, give them a try, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.